皆さんおはようございます。Good morning. It's great to have you here. This is the article of the day for September 10th, 2025. 2025年9月10日の今日の記事でございます。So for our title, we have 日本航空のパイロットが酒を飲んだ問題。国が厳しく注意した。Okay, so 日本航空is the name of the Japanese airline Japan Airlines. So 日本航空のパイロット So a pilot from Japan Airlines or JAL パイロットが酒を飲んだ問題 Sake is alcoholic drinks or beer or all of those are kind of covered under sake 酒を飲んだ飲む to drink in the past tense 問題 So an issue or a problem So here there's a problem where a pilot from JAL drank sake or consumed sake, right? 国が厳しく注意した. So 国 is the country, so this would be referring to Japan. 国が厳しく. So 厳しい by itself is kind of like strict or heavy. And we are using the adverb form of this. So 厳しい goes to 厳しく. And that turns into heavily or gave a strong, and then 注意した is warning. So gave a strong warning to JAL, to 日本航空. Okay, so here is our vocabulary list. We have 日本航空, which is Japan Airlines, also known as JAL or JAL. Sake. Sake is alcoholic drinks or sake at times. It can kind of be used to refer to any alcoholic drink, but can also refer to sake. But there's also other words like nihonshu to refer to Japanese sake. And we have mondai, problem, and kibishii, strict or heavy. Chuisuru, chuisuru is to warn or to give attention to something. Hikouki is an airplane or an aircraft. Anzen is safe. If you add a na, that's, or anzen by itself is safety. You add a na, that turns it into safe. So you can attach it to a noun. Say like a safe town. Anzen na machi. We got kyonen. Kyonen is last year. Onaji yona is similar. Kinshi suru is to prohibit something. Nakusu is to lose or to get rid of something. Houkoku suru is to report, or houkoku is a report. Shachou is a president, and this is like the president of a company. And then kanosei is probability, likelihood, or chance. Okay, and our grammar point for this article is tame. So this can be attached to the end of verbs or nouns with no, or na adjectives with na. And this kind of means for the good of something, for something, on behalf of something, or due to something. So looking at our example sentence, we have 大雨のため一時運転休止いたします. So 大雨, you can see it's big rain or due to heavy rain. So we attach that ため with no. 大雨のため due to the heavy rain. 一時運転休止いたします. So 一時 temporary. 運転 is like running, but also just like operating like a service. So 一時運転休止, and 休止 is to suspend or to stop doing something. And いたします is the humble form of suru. So this would be like an announcement saying we're stopping service for the train due to the heavy rain. So 大雨のため一時運転休止いたします. And then 家族のために働く. So when we have ため right in front of a verb, it will very often take ni. That's like the way you're doing it. So to work on behalf of, or for the good of, or for your family. You can say 家族のために働く.
飛行機の安全についてのニュースです。先月28日、ハワイから日本に来る 日本航空の飛行機が18時間以上遅れました。パイロットが飛行機に乗る前の日に酒を飲んだためです。日本航空では去年も同じような問題がありました。このため、仕事で行った場所で酒を飲むことを禁止していました。国は今日、日本航空に厳しく注意しました。そして、同じことをなくすためにどうするか報告するように言いました。日本航空の社長は、ルールを守らない可能性が高い人には仕事をさせませんと話しました。
Okay, let's get right into the article.
飛行機の安全についてのニュースです。
飛行機の安全についてのニュースです。So, ニュースです。This is news. And then 飛行機の安全 safety of airplanes. 飛行機 airplanes 安全 safety. And then について is about. So if you want to connect について to a noun, you'll use の. So 飛行機の安全についてのニュースです。This is news about the safety of airplanes.
先月28日、ハワイから日本に来る日本航空の飛行機が18時間以上遅れました。
先月28日。So 先月 last month 28日 the 28th on the 28th of last month ハワイから日本に来る So from Hawaii ハワイから日本に来る coming to Japan 日本航空の飛行機 So 日本航空 JAL or Japan Airlines の飛行機 So an airplane from JAL,A JAL airplane that was coming from Hawaii to Japan. ハワイから日本に来る日本航空の飛行機が18時間以上 So 18時間 18 hours and then 以上 is or more. So more than 18 hours 遅れました The verb 遅れる to be late. So last month on the 28th, a JAL airplane that was coming from Hawaii to Japan was 18 hours or more than 18 hours late.
パイロットが飛行機に乗る前の日に酒を飲んだためです。
パイロットが so the pilot 飛行機に乗る boarding the airplane or got on the airplane飛行機に乗る前の日前 being before or previous connected to 日 with the particle の前の日 the previous day に酒を飲んだためです So this is our grammar point. We have ため We're giving a reason why the plane was over 18 hours late. So パイロットが飛行機に乗る前の日に酒を飲んだためです。So the reason that it was 18 hours late was because a pilot drank alcohol on the day prior to boarding the aircraft. So he drank too much, probably.
日本航空では去年も同じような問題がありました。
日本航空では So at JAL or Japan Airlines 去年も同じような問題 So 去年も also last year is も being the also 同じような問題が a similar problem So 同じような similar 問題 problem がありました So 日本航空では 去年も同じような問題がありました。There was also a similar problem last year for Zhao. So the same thing happened last year.
このため、仕事で行った場所で酒を飲むことを禁止していました。
このため So the same ため here, due to this, or because of this, or therefore. 仕事で行った場所 So 仕事で行った場所仕事 is work. This de is telling us for work. And then 行った is 行く in the past tense. So going for the purpose of work. 場所 So 場所 being a location. So 仕事で行った場所 a location where you go for work. So the pilot, that'd be your destination where you go for work. And then で at that location 仕事で行った場所で酒を飲むこと So 酒 alcoholic drinks を飲む to drink. And then こと we're turning this into a noun using こと So the thing of drinking alcohol or just drinking alcohol を禁止していました So 禁止する is to prohibit. So therefore, Zhao had prohibited pilots from drinking alcohol at their destinations. So if they went somewhere for work, they were no longer allowed to drink any alcohol.
国は今日、日本航空に厳しく注意しました。
国は今日 or 国は10日 the 10th or today 日本航空に厳しく注意しました。So 日本航空に to Zhao 厳しく注意しました。厳しく is heavily and 注意する to give a warning. So the Japanese government, I'm assuming is what they're saying with kuni, gave a strong warning to Zhao.
そして同じことをなくすためにどうするか報告するように言いました。
そして then 同じこと the same thing 同じことをなくす to get rid of なくす the same thing and then ために so we're using this ため again in order to get rid of the same thing or not have that happen again どうするか what to do so どう is like how or what する to do So 同じことをなくすためにどうするか what to do in order so that this doesn't happen again 報告する to give a report or to report ように言いました So this ように言いました as they said they told them to do this they instructed them to do this so the country said you have to give a report on what you're going to do to stop this from occurring again. The same thing from occurring again. So that's the 報告するように言いました They said so that they would give a report. Or they made them. They're saying you're going to have to give a report on what you're going to do to stop this from happening in the future.
日本航空の社長はルールを守らない可能性が高い人には仕事をさせませんと話しました。
Okay, 日本航空の社長は So the president of 日本航空 or Zhao and then we have と話しました then so it's saying ルールを守らない So ルール being rules 守る is the or to obey or follow And then this is in the negative, so not obeying the rules. ルールを守らない。可能性。可能性 is chance or probability. So 可能性が高い。A high chance or probability. 人。So all of this is the ルールを守らない可能性が高い人. All of that's describing what kind of person we're talking about here. So what kind of a person? A person that has a high chance of not obeying the rules. ルールを守らない可能性が高い人には、so to these kind of people, to people who have a high chance of not obeying the rules, 仕事をさせません。So 仕事 is work, and then させる is the causative of する. So this can be to let or to make someone. In this case, they're saying we will not let anyone who has a high chance of not obeying the rules work. So we are not allowing anyone that has the chance to, or that we think will do it, work for us. と話しました. So that's what the president of JAL said. So that is it for our article today. Thank you for joining me. You can see it was a little bit late today, so we'll probably have another article just maybe in a few hours because I'm a day late due to some personal things that happened, but I'm making up for it. So there'll be 2 around today, but tomorrow's will be our last one for the week. So また明日ありがとうございます。